Hello out there in YouTube land, Rival here. Thanks for stopping by. I got another knife review on the turntable for you guys today. As you can see, we've got a Kizer knife. This is actually a collaboration between Kizer and Matt Cucchiara. This is the Kizer Dorado. See if we can get a look at that for you. There you go. So this is a production version of a knife designed by Matt Cucchiara. And originally Matt had made this, the Dorado, as a custom, and then it became very popular. He had turned that, instead of cranking out customs, he started doing like customized mid-techs. So he had a big batch of mid-techs made, and you could buy them straight up, plain. You could get them contoured like a stage 2 style. You could get them carved, a stage 3 style he called them. So he had all these tiers of customization to his mid-techs. That run is done now, and now Matt has partnered with Kizer Cutlery, and they have produced this, which is a production version. So we'll go over some of the specs for you guys. So what you're going to be looking at is a S35 VN blade steel. You've got a full titanium frame lock handle. The handles are contoured or rounded. He's got a very, very ergonomic style. When you look at these, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like Ken Onions and stuff. Very kind of organic and ergonomic. So 3.5 inch I mentioned was the blade length on this bad boy. The handle is like 4.8 inches, so you've got quite a bit of handle package with a little bit smaller blade. So for those of you who really like that handle to be able to fill out the hand, you definitely got that going on here, but not in a bad way. I mean, it is comfortable. Those choils, and then like a nice little bump on the back really just kind of fits into the palm. And then this curve here leading to the blade. There's no jimping or anything, but it's just a really natural kind of lock into your hand feel. Nice slight recurve on the belly of the blade. So for those of you not familiar, Kizer is a made in China version, or not version, but company. One of those companies similar to like Rete or Stedman that is now making, you know, some of their own designs. They've got a pretty big selection of their own productions, and now they're kind of foraying into partnering up with custom designers, which is really nice to see. You're getting this whole package for around $200, give or take, depending on where you're buying from, which is a pretty significant, or I should say, it's a pretty low price for the kind of package that you're getting. The quality of this knife and the build overall is really, really nice. Single pillar on the bottom. Sorry guys, there we go. You've got a nice decorative pivot on both sides. Contoured clip. It's milled out, so not just a bent clip. You do see the Kizer logo on the nice stonewash blade there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch this. I thought this was pretty freaking cool. I'm not going to be able to catch it for you guys. I'm sorry. But Matt Cucchiara, when he made his customs and then into his mid-techs, he always signed the inside of the handle. So he didn't have a bunch of billboarding or anything on the outside of the knife. So when you look on the inside of this knife, right along this inside edge, it is engraved Cucchiara. Something pretty cool, especially like nice detail for a production knife. I thought that was pretty sweet. It's a really nice flipper. It's a ball bearing flipper. Very fast. Good solid detent. Not going to fall out of there. Handle retention is really good. Detent is not, it's not like ZT strong, but it's pretty strong detent. I definitely have been favoring those harder detent setups. This does push button or light switch style flipping. One thing I like about this design is you've got the middle of that flipper even with that pivot, which gives you the most flexibility in deciding which, you know, how you're going to use that flipper. As they start to migrate above that pivot, they become more light switch style. As they the flippers kind of protrude more below that pivot, they become more push button style. So I like them when they're nicely centered like that, and you've got a nice choice as to how you want to open and close that knife. There's not a whole lot more to tell you guys about this knife. I've had it for about a week. It's part of a pass around on blade forums. definitely a perk to being active on and involved with some of those knife forums, being able to get your hands on some knives that you may not be purchasing on your own, or maybe interested in purchasing but want to try before you buy. So if you're not a member of the forums, definitely get on some forums, talk to some knife lovers, talk to some like-minded individuals, see what's out there in the world, get yourselves in some opportunities to get your hands on some knives. But yeah, there's not a whole lot more to say. The blade steel, I've been EDCing it for a week, so I've put it through some light cutting duty, some boxes and such, breaking things down, a little bit of light yard work. I mean, it's S35 VN steel. It's reasonably soft and easy to sharpen, but hard enough that it can do some hard work without getting super, super dull. It just goes from, hair shaving sharp to, maybe just paper cutting sharp. So not so bad. The S35 is a good working steel. I like it a lot. I've got it on a lot of different things. So, yeah, all in all, I mean, the build quality, what you're getting for the price in this offering, the Kizer, I think it's pretty reasonable. I think it's a pretty nice package. You can pay a couple more bucks, and he actually has a carved version of this where it's got one of his signature style skulls carved right into that titanium, with a little bit of anodizing on it directly from Kizer. That's a pretty sweet feature. He also designed another model called the Flashbang with Kizer, and they have again a sterile and then a carved version of that as well. So that's just a quick and dirty overview of the Kizer Cucchiara Dorado. All in all, a pretty nice and solid overall offering from a reasonably new company that just kind of keeps knocking things out of the park. I've shown you guys a couple of Kizers that we've pimped out. And speaking of which, I mean, I can't do nothing to this because it's a pass-around knife. It's not mine. It's not a customer's. But, man, the things you could do with that nice blank canvas. Some anodizing, some carving. All kinds of fun could be had with that. Alright guys, I got several more knife reviews and overviews that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days. I got some pimp jobs that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days. So I appreciate the support. Like and subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.